I've just never seen you order a chicken sandwich and not even touch it. And I was eyeing your chicken sandwich because I wanted some of it.
Yeah, you normally eye half the stuff I have. My stomach was in knots, dude.
Well,
It was not good.
I don't order well.
You just gotta, I don't know.
Panic.
You overthink it is the problem. You overthink things. You just gotta simplify it. You know what you like. You know what's gonna hit 90% of the time. Now, once in a while, it's fun to be a little adventurous and a little, inventive, but not if you're. Here's the thing, right? Like if you're a pitcher and you're trying to strike, if you're a pitcher, you're trying to get strikes. You're not, stick to your bread and butter. There's no point in throwing curve balls and like breaking ball. Just throw the fastball. You got
to change up speeds, Joey D, or else they're just going to be expecting fastballs.
Well, no, but I agree. But at the same time, you're not hitting. You're not hitting on your orders so much. Just go to hit that first order with the fastball, get the ball rolling, and then you're ahead in the count. And then next time you go to a restaurant, you have some confidence, you're feeling good, and then maybe you throw the breaking ball, maybe you throw a curve.
I will say though, and it's not your fault, but I think you would even agree. Usually, you walked me right into that Korean beef bowl that I had no business ordering. We were at a dive bar.
I did not walk you into that.
No, usually you stop me. Usually
you need to start making the decisions and not having someone intervene, because if I'm not there, you would have ordered that. So I want you to learn how to start ordering for yourself.
But Joe, usually if you saw, because I turned to you and I said, should I get the Korean beef bowl?
It was so clearly the wrong order.
No, but that's what I'm saying. You let me walk. You watched me walk in.
I wanted to give you an opportunity to maybe do something that was outside of the box and maybe it hit.
And by the way, I'm not blaming you, but I think you would agree that even you usually come in and you step in and you say, that's not the right order, Bob. I panic.
Yeah, there's no need to panic.
There's no Michael.
Need. Morning. Would you guys start the show already?
We
did.
That's something else, guys. Thanks.
7:45 last time I checked meant 7:45. We rearranged our schedule to
Shut the fuck up, bro. Come on, man. I have fucking two little children running around this house, bro. Like they throw fucking blocks at me. Like I'm moving a little slower these days.
I'm not getting on you for that.
All I'm saying,
you said 7:45.
I mean, let's wait and let's kick off together. We don't, the kickoff team. If not everybody's on the kickoff team, we can't line up and kick the ball.
If you had a show or a podcast with ESPN,
now we're flagged.
If you did a podcast with ESPN and they asked what time you wanted to do, and they said 7:45, and you weren't there at 7:45, I don't think you'd be mad at them for starting the show. And we're not giving you a hard time. We're not busting your balls. No one's yelling at you for coming on a little late. We understand you have responsibilities, but the show must go on.
You almost go on. Mike, you came at us. I mean, you texted.
I didn't. I was just curious as to why.
By the way, Bob, do you think if you had said 7:45 and you were 8 minutes late?
No, if he said I was brewing a cup of coffee and he was 5 minutes late, I'd say, all right. At least he gave a little preamble warning.
I don't know, Mikey. You busted his balls a few times in the past.
Well, that's without, when it's just a mysterious no-show. Different story.
No, Mikey did too. He just texted in the morning. We already knew it was 7:45. He just texted 7:45.
Yeah, no. Yeah. I go 7:45 still. I just wanted to make sure. And I'm 5 minutes late because Gabriella came in bed and she was awake and it was a whole
you don't need to explain yourself. No one's upset. But we had the thing started and we just were chopping it up a bit. But we're happy to have you on now.
I'm glad we were talking about the Korean bowl.
Right? Oh, it was a terrible order, Mike. Yeah. We're in a restaurant in Sarasota, Florida. In the middle of fucking, you stick to your guns. This guy orders the Korean beef bulgogi bowl, and it comes with an egg, and it was a hot mess.
And you know what I did before the beef bowl? I ordered the crab rangoon mozzarella sticks.
Oh God!
Yeah.
I know you're a crab rangoon guy. You're a big crab rangoon guy.
Oh, he likes cream cheese. Anything that's got cream cheese, you could throw him a fart with cream cheese and he'd sniff it up. Guy loves cream cheese, man.
You know what I started doing, Mikey, is when Joe cracks a joke, I don't even focus on the joke, and I just watch his reaction to his own joke.
Just wait till he laughs. If it's a real good joke, he'll be cackling it up at himself. It is the best part of his jokes, honestly.
But then he'll wait to see if he'll laugh, but then if he sees other people laughing, then his laugh goes even to it hits another level.
Yeah. We have some important news to speak about, by the way. We got some important stuff to discuss today.
Sure.
What it is, I'm waiting to hear from you guys, but we have some important stuff to talk about.
I got something for you, but I don't think it's going to be what you're talking. But definitely not going
to. I have nothing really. So I mean, I've been living in a bubble pretty much here. I haven't done much, been out much. I do have a couple things I'd like to address, but
sure.
Yeah, you're going a little stir crazy. I saw you with the headset on last night.
Yeah, the headset.
That is gotta go.
No.
The headset
thing circa 1973.
Brand new. It's got the USB-C, Joe. It's got USB-C direct plug into the new iPhone. I said that I need a little better sound quality and speaking quality. By the way, that was an electric, and thank you to the Packers. By the way, thank you. Shout out Packers.
How about those Green Bay Packers, man?
Listen, hell of a game. That first quarter over was one of the most insane plays.
By the way, we got away with it. The clock went to 0.
100% got away with
it. That bet.
We should have, by the way, won that bet easily. Easily should have won that bet. That would have been such a crushing loss.
Bob was standing in the middle of Chili's, pointing at the TV, yelling at the clock.
I love that. That's what we do. That's
Perez and Jet and Ticket were sitting there saying we lost. They're going to come back from the commercial break. They're going to say,
you can't challenge that.
That's what I said.
Let the people know what the bet was, though, so they have an idea of what it is. It was Mikey V put out an over. By the way, since Mikey V broke his back, he's 22-0. He's 22-0 since breaking his back. So that's something to keep in mind.
I got more time in the lab now, I got more time.
How much time do you get off now? Is it just an extended period?
Yeah, I'm on my doctor put me out until near the new year, basically.
That's great. That's great.
I mean, you're gonna watch so many
honestly, it's not great because I'm going stir crazy, but it is good for me because I really need to not be doing anything. To see what's going on with this. So I got banged this week. I'll say listen, bottom line, the hospital I went to is part of this hospital group that did my MRI, did my CAT scan. They're part of a hospital group that got ransomwared after my visit.
What does that mean?
It means all the charts and all the cloud-based, all the reporting systems their computer systems were ransomwared. They're held for ransom by a hacker. This happens all the time, apparently.
These hackers, man, they're the fucking worst.
Several hospitals in this network, not just the hospital I went to, across the country, have lost access to all of their files. So nobody could look at my MRI or my CAT scan right now because all the systems are held under ransom by a hacker until insurance pays them X amount of dollars to release all the systems back to the hospitals.
Little do they know that Mikey's the hacker.
Yeah. I couldn't hack a fucking Nokia flip phone, let alone a hospital network.
I wonder what the ransom is for that. I wonder what they put their number at.
Gotta be millions, bro.
You would think.
Yeah, in the millions.
Easily. But how do they get paid the money? The people are going to find out who the person is.
Because they're based out of so this had happened to me at work, actually. We got hacked and there was a ransomware attack on some remote cloud-based files. And the hacker, we pinpointed where they were. They were in Russia, in the mountains of fucking Russia. First of all, Russia's not going to extradite that person. Second of all, we don't have any jurisdiction. The United States government doesn't have jurisdiction to drop somebody. It's not like a war crime or they're killing people or something like that. They're holding software for ransom. The United States is not going to go pluck this guy out or try. So they negotiate and they fucking pay these assholes to release all the shit.
Are you kidding me?
Swear to God, man.
They need to send these guys to oblivion is what they got to do.
Well, they're in oblivion right now if he's in the middle of Russia.
Yeah, the mountains of Russia. I mean, listen, you got a Ferrari in the mountains of Russia. What good is it, honestly? No offense to our listeners in Russia. We appreciate you. If Putin's a fan of this show, listen, I'm not going to advocate for it, but a subscriber's a subscriber, and we'll listen, but it's not a good situation, and they pay the insurance pays them. Insurance will pay them.
That is outrageous.
You know what? We actually have a small following in Dagestan, where Khabib is from. We have a small following in Dagestan, so be very
No,
careful.
how do you know that?
I see it all. I see it all. We have a couple people checking in
What
from
are you
Dagestan.
I've seen people comment. I'm from South Africa, Australia, London.
Australia
That's
is
no bullshit.
huge.
That's
Australia
no
is
bullshit.
huge.
Yeah, Australia does love us. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
And we love Australia.
All right, folks. Bob here. Thanks for tuning into the Brilliantly Dumb Show. Interrupting real quick to let you know that the Brilliantly Dumb Show is brought to you by DraftKings. NBA season locked and loaded, ready to rock and roll. New customers who download the DraftKings Sportsbook app today, use promo code DUMB. That's going to be promo code DUMB. Bet $5, get $150 instantly when you sign up with the DraftKings Sportsbook app. We'll see you over there. Promo code DUMB.
Michael, I'll tell you this. That chicken pot pie from Costco is
You tried it?
Joe. This thing is absolutely out of this world good.
Wow.
Wait, how you don't even have a fucking Costco card?
Well, because
Tell
Mike
him. Tell him, Mikey.
Mom and dad.
I get a text message at like, I don't know, this had to be like the week before Thanksgiving, and I was still at work, and I get a text message at like 10 a.m. and it's Mike Berger, and I go, what the fuck? I was like, it's not the weekend. He doesn't want any bets. Like, what could he possibly want right now? He's like, Mikey, let me ask you a question. Is that pot pie in the frozen section of Costco, or is that the ready-made, like, large? I was like, no, it's the larger one. He's like, does it come with 4 pot pies? I was like, no, you got the wrong pot pie item. It's the singular, like, pot pie that costs like $25 or $20. And he must have scooped it up for Bob. He said he was going to surprise Bob and scoop it up for Thanksgiving.
It's got to be in the frozen section.
No, it's fresh.
It is. It's fresh, but he got the one.
It's got like an expiration date on it. It's not.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He got the one from the frozen. He got the one from the frozen section. He got the wrong one. He went back to return it, and then the lady at Costco.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Why not just
see?
I
didn't know. I didn't know that part of the story.
What he does,
Oh,
That's a good part of the story.
What he does, he went
People
back
return
to
stuff to Costco.
Sure do. Mike Berger does.
I don't know how you could return a food item. They didn't accept that, did they?
Well, the lady chewed him out a little bit. The lady said to him, it was right during the holidays.
Yeah.
She said, "Sir, why don't you just donate it?" And
Oh, good for her.
yeah. Well,
He was like, what would you say? I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
Did she
I can just
accept
picture
it?
him just totally like not.
Did she accept it though?
I don't know. I don't know what the final. I don't know what it was. I don't know what the final drawing was out of it. But he was upset.
I mean,
He's upset that the lady said that to him.
well, yeah, it's a little. She's got a little bit of gall to her, but it is the holiday season. You could donate it to the, what is it, the Cars for Kids Foundation?
Well, I think she
a good tax write-off.
I think
A frozen pot pie. What are you going to write down?
No, there's 4 of them.
On your tax redemption. Yeah.
I think it's ridiculous. At that point, at that point, just eat the call. I mean, just eat it. You know what I mean? Not even eat it. Just
Well, I think it's a 2-pronged thing here. Your dad should never return it, and then the lady should just either accept it or say you can't. To tell somebody you have to donate it is it's a bit overstepping your boundary.
I agree. I think she was out of line. I think my dad was out of line.
Both parties were in the wrong.
I agree.
I
agree.
But I give your dad credit. If they took it back, then all the power to them.
Yeah. Still, I don't know if I would be able to do it. But the chicken pot pie it's a very good recommendation, Mikey.
I'm glad. You know why? It has. And listen, I know you guys always break my balls. There has been a lot of people.
Here we go. There it is.
A lot of people.
A lot of people.
Tremendous amount of people. Good people. Fine people. No, but a lot of people are chirping me with the pot pie, man. A lot of people have seen the light with the pot pie.
Why are they?
No, in a good way. In a good way.
Oh, yeah.
Like sending the pictures, they love it. I'm telling you, and it's a meal that keeps on giving. I got like 3 portions still in my fridge, Tupperware it up.
It is
one of my favorite things that Mikey does when he's talking about something is when he accentuates, like you'll be like, my Twitter was blowing up. I was getting so many tweets. I was getting tweets all night. You can't just be like, oh, people tweeted me about the pot pie. Oh, it has been overwhelming.
Well, you know what it is like
this people who've been talking to me about it.
You know, this show I really feel like is fucking hot.
It's one of my favorite things to do.
I really honestly, when we do this show and we record this show, I really feel like I'm just speaking to you and Joe. Joe and Bob. I don't feel like I'm speaking to the audience. I really feel like, and that's the beauty thing of this, is I feel like it's just us three having a conversation. So this is how I would normally speak to you guys, like in private. So there's nothing that I'm exacerbating or trying to pump up. Like, Bob, is that true or false? Like when we're in private, this is the same. It's the same deal.
You know, it's funny. You do kind of forget that there's people like the people. We always say it, but there's something different about the people who come up about the Brilliantly Dumb show is the best. But some of this stuff, you forget what you say. Like you forget that you said something. And then if you meet a fan out and they say it to you, you got to kind of like remember, like, holy shit, when did I say that? And you forget to said it on the show. You know what I mean? You know what everybody's tagging Joe on right now? Tell him, Joey D. A lot of people.
On what?
The chili.
The Wendy's chili is getting.
Oh, is it?
I get so many tweets, so many tags.
Yeah, but you see, if you say that, it's not like I'm gonna be like, oh, he's exaggerating. Like I know you probably are. That's the thing, because I've seen the react. I've seen at least upwards of 30, 35 people tweet me a picture of fucking pot pie. It's insane. I mean,
that's I would say that's quite a few. Yeah,
it is.
You would think Mikey has 10
million
Twitter followers.
No, I don't. I certainly don't. By the way, we glossed over the story about the first quarter over. We just forgot.
Let's talk about the first
very quickly. Over 7.5 first quarter. Packers Chiefs. Packers take the ball, go right down the field. The problem is the Packers score the touchdown, but they take half the quarter. Now you figure ball's in Mahomes' hands. This is a good spot to be in. You got your touchdown out of the way. Chiefs go down the field, but the drive just the clock was just fucking
Bob was
melting.
Freaking out about the clock the whole time.
I mean, the clock was melting. Fair. That's a fair thing. And now they get first and goal with like 2.5 minutes. And I'm like, that's it, because there's no way, because you figure and goal to go, he's got to take a shot into the end zone. So you're either going to end up with an incompletion or a touchdown because it's goal to go. He gets sacked twice during that sequence, and on the third down. Now the clock is down to like 20 seconds.
Bob said we were done.
They run. I thought we were done too. They run the field goal team out and kick the field goal. And I'm going to post a reel this morning.
Well, yeah, because they were with the wind. They were with the wind.
I said that. I said they're with the wind. They should kick it now. Don't let it change. I literally said that in the live that I did. I was like,
because there's no reason for them otherwise to rush that much.
Anyway, it felt like thousands of people. A lot of people had that over, and people were reacting to it live. We had about 450 in the subscriber only live for that. I did a live for the first quarter. They kicked the field goal with 000s on the clock. It was 000s on the clock for at least two full seconds.
I don't know what the center was waiting to snap the ball for.
They snapped the ball
with 000. That's what what I meant. The ball is clearly, I have a picture of it, is in the long snapper's hands with 000 on the clock for 2 seconds.
Imagine you had the under first quarter.
Oh my God. If we had the under first quarter, I would have flew out to Green Bay.
Crazy. I mean,
it would have been such great content. I almost would have rather lost the money to watch you have the under and lose like that.
A ton of the huge betting sites put that up and were like, what a crushing loss for first quarter.
Yeah, I saw. And then you responded to them.
Yeah, 100%. I said, strongly disagree.
You're a sick individual.
Yeah, you're one of the sickest.
You strongly disagree, but you just told us that we got away with one.
Yeah, but sometimes you get away with one, Joe. Well,
that's fine, but you don't strongly disagree that
you're going
against yourself.
Their caption was heartbreaking loss for underbettors, and I said I strongly disagree. It was a great win.
That was one. How often do you get just 2 drives in the first quarter? Where technically, if you really look at it, it was really 1 drive completed. I mean, we should have lost that game. I took a bite. We got one of those Southwest egg rolls that they have at Chili's.
And that's all you had.
Mikey, I tell you, honest to God, when I took a bite of it, I said that bite would have tasted so much worse if, you know what I mean? And it tasted so good. That's the amazing thing with betting. That
if you're betting an NFL first quarter over, it's always a single digit number. I don't know if I've ever seen a first quarter over 10 or greater, maybe 10, but never greater than that. So if you get the team with the ball first to score the touchdown and you have a first quarter over, you're in the driver's seat. I mean, that's you should win that bet 9 times out of 10. The problem is Green Bay's drive just took It took 8 minutes off the clock. It was a great drive. It was methodical, but man, they grinded the fucking clock out. But
Mike, I kept saying to Joe, I kept saying this is too good of a drive.
Yeah, it was a great drive.
Too good.
If you're Packers, it's perfect because you're keeping Mahomes off the field for half a quarter. But Mahomes and the Chiefs, something's not right there.
Yeah.
I think the Packers look good.
Packers have looked great for the last month. Don't try and flip that on me because I've been singing Jordan Love's praises for 3 weeks.
No, but it's not that the Chiefs have a problem. They just got beat by the better team last night.
The Chiefs are, but I think it's safe to say we could all agree. I would think that the Chiefs are not the Chiefs of the past couple of years, in my opinion. I think Kelsey's getting a little long in the tooth. I think Kelsey may be a little distracted with the whole Taylor Swift thing. His pass catchers aren't that great.
Dude, they gotta keep this Taylor Swift out of the fucking stadium. Every time she's there, it's just a big distraction for the team.
Do you like her music,
I've been saying it for weeks.
Do you like her music, Joe?
She got a couple bangers.
Yeah.
Yeah, she does.
That Cruel Summer one is pretty good.
She's got
tell you what's pretty good.
It's
these have a day rope hats that we're all sporting today are pretty good.
Why don't you tell them about those rope hats, Mikey?
I mean, these rope hats are available anytime, all the time at breezygolf.com. I mean, and you could, I'm not saying you should, but you could use promo code Beardown for 15% off your entire order. That's all I'm saying at checkout. Look, Joe's got the hoodie. Joe's got the hoodie.
On the roll. What is that? What is that thing behind you on that bar stool?
Oh, that's a Kanga cooler. That happens to be a Kanga cooler.
He's a walking billboard now. I mean, he's fully committed to the influencer game. He's got that thing strapped around that thing.
You think that chair was going on a hike? That thing is fucking locked and loaded.
That chair only likes its beer ice cold, so that's why that cooler is hanging up the back.
By the way, Mikey V's got more segments now. He's running a segment. It's every day. He's got a different.
It's a weekly segment. You see what I'm saying, bro?
No, I'm saying. I mean, like you gotta be able.
It's a weekly segment.
But there's a lot of segment. You have the Show Me My Mug Saturday.
I love the Show Me Your Mugs. It's
the coolest of the coolest of the coolest.
The Cuzzy's cooler. The Cuzzy's cooler.
You gotta take your picks. We're not busting your balls, but we're just saying you gotta take your picks.
I like the scheduled segments because I feel like it. I don't like to just post something just to post something. Like that's not what I'd rather have. Like a structured. You know me, I'm a guy.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to intervene here, Michael. You're telling me you don't like to post something? You have almost 4,000 Instagram posts.
Yeah,
but you don't like to post something just to post.
Well, here's the thing, though. If you look
that is outlandish. You know how many posts I have, Michael? Joe. You know how many posts I have? I didn't want to do this.
I'm going to say this, Joe. You're going to compare the overall number, and that's going to be a deceiving pretzel job. If you look at the number of posts you've had in the past year, as opposed to me, I bet you're higher.
I have 1,095
I know that.
posts.
I know that. I bet you in the last year you have more feed posts than I do. I bet you in the last year you have more feed posts than I do.
I would like to check those numbers. I would be very. I'd be very.
There's no chance.
There's a really good chance. There's a really good chance.
There's no chance that I have more in feed posts than you do.
Okay, let me ask you this: When was your last feed post, Joe? Let's just go in the past couple of weeks. When was your last feed post?
I had one 3 days ago.
I had one 5 days ago, so you're ahead of me. What was your last before that?
4 days ago.
1 week ago. I tell you what, you want to keep going?
But you're just looking at this week. That doesn't change anything.
Years ago, I was posting a lot because I was doing Bears news. So I was posting.
By the way, no, that's not true. You just put up a live on your post yesterday.
That's a subscriber exclusive.
That is absolutely
That's not a general feed post. That's not a general feed.
Come on, that's not a. I'm on a mutual party.
But Bob, that's a subscriber only post, though.
Subscribers. It's a post 11 hours ago. 11 hours ago.
Well, that was from the live that we did for the first quarter, which, by the way, you weren't even in there. It would have been nice to have you in there.
Don't go there, though.
I always join the live. Action. Michael, you're going live so much lately, I don't know when to join.
I had a lot of time on my hands,
I know. I'm not busting your balls, but you're live like
you
5
are
times.
Slightly. You are slightly.
You were live 5
slight ball
times
breaking.
yesterday.
It's a slight ball
Every
breaking.
time I opened Instagram, there was the
oh, that's preposterous. That's preposterous. Come on.
By the
But
way,
to say that you didn't post 5 days ago and you post 11 hours ago, Michael.
I didn't know we were counting subscriber content.
Oh,
That's
my-
exclusive
I
content.
don't have a subscriber content.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You're a subscriber, 100%. You're the only
on
one.
my Instagram, I don't have subscribers.
Oh, that's your problem.
Oh my God, you are something else today. You know, I love you to death,
The
but
morning
you are
pod,
on
the
one.
morning pods hit
morning
different,
pods
pal.
are the best pods.
Yeah, they are.
Really
By the
are.
way, it's 7:45 in the morning. We're all on the East Coast. This is the energy
Good.
you get. This is the juice you get. Good for us.
And you know what? Sooner than later, we're all going to be on the same time zone.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
be East
that's gonna
Coast
be
in a
great.
month.
That's gonna be great.
I know.
In a month, Joe?
January.
You
like
found a
first
place.
week.
You found a place already. You bought it.
Done.
Or you're renting.
I'm doing a 1 year, first year rent,
Good.
just because
good.
I want to get a feel for the place.
Let me tell
And
you
then after
something,
that, I
man.
can decide.
Let me tell you something. These people that bust your balls about renting versus buying. Let me tell you something. I rented up until 2 years ago. I rented my entire life.
Yeah,
I never got in a hole. Buying a place, let me tell you something, it's to a degree, it's a good investment, but it's also a money pit. You end up spending so much. This goes, that goes, this has got to get fixed, that's got to get improved. Don't knock people who knock renters, really piss me off.
Yeah,
and you know, it pisses me off because I'm no longer a renter, but people who rent don't break their balls, because honestly, that probably comes out of a lot of like jealousy to a degree, because these motherfuckers like me, now I got to fix this. I got to fix that. The roof has got to leak. This has got to,
you know what I'd say, Mikey?
It's always something.
Is our lives, we're so on the move and there's so many different things going
That's another thing.
I haven't had really like the time to be like, I think if I buy my first place, it'll be in Vancouver eventually. But like, I think the thing is, well, once I have kids, the no healthcare thing is the healthcare, you're not having to pay for healthcare. That's what I'm saying. Not having to pay for healthcare is a huge bonus, especially when you're raising children.
And look at me. I pay for healthcare here, and all my files are fucking with some Russian guy in the woods somewhere.
Yeah.
So I can't even look at my MRIs in fucking Kazakhstan.
That Russian guy knows how to fix your back.
Yeah.
He really does. He knows. And you know what? It might be for the better, Mikey, because you're 22-0 since breaking your back. That's fact. Ladies and gentlemen, this episode of the Brilliant Dumb Show is brought to you by BetterHelp. BetterHelp.com. Whether you are in a funk in your life, you need somebody to talk to, somebody to help you get back on track, BetterHelp.com is the place to go. If you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapists anytime for no additional charge. Let therapy be your map with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/BDS today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp.com/BDS for 10% off your first month. Go over to BetterHelp.com, get everything back on track, and do it the right way. Talk to somebody today. BetterHelp.com.
You know what was funny too, by the way, Mikey, is that we had the Packers to win the game last night.
Yeah,
and it was
a lot of people had Green Bay. A lot of people.
It was such an. I initially was going to take the points. We said a lot of people, but we took the Packers. It was a sensational game. It was awesome.
It was a great game.
And we were in a hotel. We've been staying in Airbnb the whole time. So when the game finished, I called Bob because Bob he initially wanted to take the Chiefs, and then he was going to take the spread, and then he's like, you know what, fuck it, I'll jump with you on the money line.
Good.
So I called him to celebrate. He did.
Oh.
And of course, he's nowhere to be found. He had fallen asleep.
Yeah, that's right.
Ages before and then he texted me at like 6 a.m. this morning.
Yeah.
He's like, holy shit. Wow. We won. A huge win.
I knew Bob fell asleep. I knew Bob fell asleep because I texted. What happened? I texted him. Well, he texted me after the first quarter hit, and he goes, "What a fucking hit! Wow!" And then I said, "We deserved it. I would have lost my mind." Then sent this screenshot from the IG live, and there was no response to that screenshot. I knew he was asleep because he would have fucking started ripping me for something.
When the Packers were up 14-12 and they were gonna have to punt to the Chiefs. And I said it's over. And then I just turned
how bad was that officiating in the last minute of that game, man?
It was both ways. It was horrible.
I know. It was
the fact, first of all, that they called a penalty on that hit against Mahomes was so bad that the next play, the Packers clearly had pass interference, but it was like a makeup call for the bad call. It was just,
It's a clown show.
By the
Officiating
way,
in this
Mikey,
league is
you
a
know
clown
who you
show.
look like in that picture that you sent, Bob? You
Who?
look like the Minnesota Gophers, the football coach.
PJ Fleck?
With the headset on.
PJ Fleck?
Yeah.
Yeah, why not? Yeah,
Let me
sure.
see it. Let me see it. Let me see it.
I'll pull it up. You go ahead, Bob.
Fuck.
Oh
what was I
boy.
gonna say?
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Yeah. Pretty good.
Joe's fucking dying. Fuck you, Joe.
Oh, with the
Pretty good.
headset on, it's
Oh,
so good.
the headset.
And by the way,
Oh,
Mike,
you're
you said Joe gave us shit in the Gambler's Digest for being too hard on Nick Sirianni and busting his balls too much. And then you sent another clip of this punk again before.
Yeah, somebody sent me that. Yeah.
This guy, he does it every week. It's a new thing.
He's a great coach.
No, but that's not what
That's not the point.
we discussed. That's the point that you're missing. And even you gave him a hard time in the squad chat as well. That I think you finally started. Yeah, that's pretty good. Hey, you know what? Hey, Mikey, that's a post.
That's a hard post.
That's a hard post.
That's a story.
Hey, you know what? You want to get good engagement on that post, Mikey? You just put who did it better? Comment below. You'll get a ton of engagements.
Joe loves that stuff. Joe
Yeah, he does.
I like actually. You know what?
Like a
lot
robot.
of the.
He's like,
No,
I
no,
played this
no.
course the other day. What do you think of this course?
I'm
I'm curious.
You know why I actually? There's
What
What would you and the boys do at this turn with this menu?
You know why I do it? For two reasons. A, you get good suggestions if you're doing like courses or stuff,
Yeah.
or like food or anything. And then B, the second reason I do is because people who follow us, they have some really funny remarks. Like there's some of the comments they make are hysterical. They crack me up.
Yeah.
So I like to give people the ball, like take the ball and run with it. You know,
my new trick to get into the algorithm is when we go into a new city, I will put out food as a thing for food recommendations. So everybody starts DMing food recommendations. Now, I do want the food recommendations, but more importantly,
Yeah, but the DMs do something for the algorithm.
Sure
DMs
do.
do, really.
Instagram sees that as engagement and it puts you into the algorithm.
Got it.
Let all those things funnel in. Now, is that actually true? I don't know, but just from what I've seen, I think it is true to where I do it all the time. And
Bob, you're so sick, man.
I'm about to put up a story post. What's your favorite color? DM me right now.
Yeah.
But you know, there have been so many. We've been traveling through Florida the last week. It's been a traveling circus. Bob is he's like a child on Christmas morning when you get me and Perez and Jet and Ticket all together. He just sits back and just has his phone there, and he'll get a piece of content or something that he thinks is hysterical, and he like waddles off to the side of the room, and you just hear
he has a sachet. He has an old
it's like he does.
He does.
And he's playing this in the corner, just like huddled next to his phone, dying of laughter. It's hysterical to watch. The guy loves content more than anyone I've ever seen in my life.
We have another guy now that's there just to get the behind the scenes stuff. So he just has a camera rolling the entire time and he'll bring it over to me. And a lot of the stuff now, I don't have to get it myself. He just brings it over to me. Mike, I'm having, I really
hand it on a silver platter, Michael.
Yeah.
There you go.
That really
There
is
you
what
go.
that is.
I am having it's thinking. I mean, you look at all the stuff that we put on the Bob the Sports Story of like, it's fantastic because it's a mix of me and then him just bringing stuff over to me. Joey D has his hand up. Joey D, get away.
I just have a question for Mikey because we did a challenge yesterday and I want to gauge.
Yeah, what was the Christmas challenge?
Oh, God.
It was honestly, I think it was the hardest thing we've ever done. And
there was milk involved.
Mm-hmm.
We each had to drink a gallon of milk each. And then we had to collectively eat 50 cookies between the three of us.
Mikey.
Yeah.
The
gallon of milk is
in
tough.
the heat, in the Florida fucking heat.
Did you have a time to drink the
in the nine holes, so less than 2 hours.
Okay.
So also
a tall glass every hole.
We
You can manage that.
It's like a gallon's like 16 glasses.
64. How many ounces in a gallon? 64 or
No,
100?
I do liters. It's 3.48 liters to a gallon, I believe.
Right. I think it's 100 and I want to say it's
I don't know
100
the ounces.
138 ounces in a gallon or 60.
I worked it
64
out. It's
64 for a reason is ringing a bell.
Mikey, put a story post and ask people.
That's true.
You'll get right into the algorithm.
That's true. 128 ounces in a gallon. So if you're doing pint glasses, if you're doing a
how big
glass,
is a pint glass? How many
16 ounces? So that's 8 pint glasses. So that's what I said.
No, 128 divided by 16 it's got to be closer to 9. No,
it's 8. It's 8 on the nose. It's literally 8 on the nose.
Is it 8 on the nose?
8 on the
nose.
nose.
But a pint glass is fucking huge.
16. No, excuse me, 8. Yes, 8. Yeah, a pint glass is huge. But I'm saying a pint, that's how I would do it, because in my brain I could easily do a pint glass. So every hole I would drink a pint glass.
Do you think you could do that challenge no problem?
I mean, Holly baked chocolate chip cookies last night. I had to eat
I saw your story after
I had to eat
I had to skip through it, unfortunately.
With those things, if he could do it, if we could do it, he can do it.
The milk though is not for everybody, Bob.
I hate milk. You
may throw up after drinking a gallon of milk.
We did. I did.
Oh, okay.
Me and Perez
I was gonna say
right.
Yeah, I was gonna say
too. We were in Christmas sweaters, so you have the Florida heat. You're in Christmas sweaters. You're drinking hot milk. It was awful. It was awful. I ran today. It was the hardest run I think I've ever had in my life. It was terrible.
Just thank God that you can run, Bob. Thank God you can.
Yeah. Well,
some of us can't.
We can get our way to Dagestan. We'll get you back on that treadmill in no time. You'll be back on that Stairmaster in no time.
When is are you still posting the Beardown only subs workouts of the day still?
Yeah. So funny thing about that, a lot of people have been DMing me, where have the workouts of the day gone? And I do owe it to everybody. So I'm gonna start posting them again, but unfortunately, I'm gonna post them as to what I'd be doing, but I can't do it. That's the only thing.
We'll do it for you, Mikey.
It kind of sucks, but
all right. Let's go into our Q&A. It was these morning pods, man. We just not our Q&A. Jesus Christ. Let's go on in.
This guy's
on
another wavelength this morning, man. Bob, how long have we been doing this pod? We have one segment.
Joseph.
Is the buy and sell.
We have 2 segments.
And the second segment is the top 5.
The top 5.
When have we done a Q&A?
We've never done a Q&A.
I messed up.
We've never done a Q&A.
I messed up. All
right, folks, it's the holiday season, the perfect gift, the perfect time to give the gift over at paintyourlife.com. Send in any picture on the website to paintyourlife.com, and they'll give you a painting portrait that you just cannot deny. Starting right now, use promo code DUMB to get 20% off and free shipping. I just recently got one, and it's on the way. It is spectacular. It's also hysterical, so stay tuned for that. The site is as easy as can be. Again, I went over and I did it. All you do, send in that picture, choose from the different portraits, the different sizes that they have, paintyourlife.com. Wait till you see what I got on the way. Promo code DUMB for 20% off and free shipping. Any picture, bring it to life with paintyourlife.com.
We're going to do our buy or sell of the week. What did you see of the week that you like? What do you see of the week that you don't like? I got to sell, and I want to get to the sell because I have a feeling that one of you guys may sell it before me. So I want to get to it now. I'm going to go for the college football playoff committee sell, in the sense that I think there's so much confusion into it, and what really goes into it. Is it actually the best 4 teams that get in? Is it based off of record? I just think that there's so much confusion to it, and I'm not necessarily saying they got it wrong, but if you do say that the best 4 teams make it into the playoff, why would Georgia not be in the playoff? And then on the other side of things, I don't like Florida State. I'm a Hurricane guy, so I hate Florida State. But it is so unfair to Florida State that you're at the level that you're at as a program. You go undefeated and you don't even have a shot to win the national title. So I feel terrible for Florida State fans. At the same time, if you're a Georgia fan, if it is the 4 best teams, how is Georgia not there? Mike, I'm curious your thoughts.
Well, there's always been this cardinal sin that's been around for the last 10 years since they started the college football playoff. If you lose a game very late, like the last game of the season, the second to last game of the season, it almost guarantees that you're going to get knocked out. Unfortunately, that's just been the way it is. They always say it's better to lose early. Alabama lost early. Texas lost relatively early. Michigan didn't lose. Washington didn't lose. But Bama lost that game to Texas in September. I think the committee got it right, personally. I think what Florida State had to do was they had to beat Louisville by like 3 touchdowns or more. Had they beaten the shit out of Louisville and beat them by 3 touchdowns, similar to what Ohio State did the first year of the playoff when they had a third-string quarterback playing Ohio State, they beat Wisconsin in the Big Ten title game 59-0. It wouldn't have taken that. If Florida State beats Louisville 28-3, 35-7, something like that, Florida State, to me, would have forced their way in. The committee would not have been able to say, but they didn't. Louisville was in that game up until the end of the fourth quarter. It didn't impress the committee enough. Georgia lost too late. They had a bad schedule, strength of schedule, compared to a lot of
easy teams.
They played a soft schedule, and Bama pretty much, if you watch that Bama game, yes, Georgia scored that first touchdown, but after that, Bama was in the driver's seat that entire game. Like, it never felt like Bama really wasn't, like Bama was in control of that game. I think the committee nailed it. That was my prediction yesterday morning. We would do once Bama was in, and a one-loss SEC champ was never going to get left out. Once Bama was in, Texas had to be in because Texas was the Big 12 champ, and they had the head-to-head win over Bama. So I think they got it right. I do. I see what you're saying, though, Bob. There is no method or direct guidelines as to what makes you a playoff team, what doesn't. It's not black and white. It's very gray. No more, not a problem next year.
Not gonna, next year it changes.
Yeah.
It's over.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy is it goes down to Alabama 4th and was it 40?
4th and 31 against Auburn in the Iron Bowl.
4th and 31, that play.
Yep.
If that doesn't happen, they're not even in.
No, they're not. And by the way, if they beat Georgia, if they lose that game to Auburn, which they should have lost, I mean, they should have lost that game. If the SEC championship
they're done.
Goes out the SEC championship and then they beat Georgia with 2 losses, I think the SEC would have missed the playoff completely. They would have just been left out completely. And then you would have probably had Florida State. You would have definitely had Florida State. You would have had Texas. You would have had Washington and Michigan. But that's not what happened.
Okay. Joey D, we head over to you.
I'm buying this week, and it's going to seem biased, but I've been relatively like on an outside perspective and tried to be as objective as possible with this team. But the Green Bay Packers are so back, man. And you know what? They're going to break my heart again because now I had accepted that they're going to be a bottom.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Don't do what?
Don't say they're going to break my heart again. Just go with the buy.
Can you let me finish what I'm saying?
Go ahead.
They're going to break my heart again in the sense that I'm going to have a sense of like that they have a chance to make the playoffs, to be a solid team, to maybe even eke. Can I finish the buy?
Mm-hmm.
What I'm saying is the team, I was like, I had accepted that they were not going to do well this year. And now they've rattled off 2 or 3 really impressive wins. The last week against the Lions was as good a win as I've seen them get. And then this week they beat the Chiefs. I'm back in, baby. I feel like I said at the beginning of the year that they could win 9 games and people were laughing at me and saying that was a joke. But this team looks good. They look solid. They're a very young team, and I don't expect them to win the Super Bowl, but I think that they can contend and they can play good. They have an easy schedule the rest of the way. They don't play a decent team basically at all, except for the Vikings.
Play the Bears. They got to play the Bears. Bears are hot.
We're not going to lose to the Bears.
Okay.
But my point is that I'm just very proud of this young team they had all the makings of bottoming out and they've really bounced back. And it feels good as a fan who expected it to be a tough year that I'm seeing games like last night. That was very enjoyable.
I've been telling you for the last month, the Green Bay defense has sparked the entire resurgence of the team. And Jordan Love over the last 3-4 weeks has been playing as composed a quarterback position as you could play. And he's making every throw are the throws that when you watch them, if you're rooting against Green Bay and you're watching the throws that Jordan Love makes, they're the type of throws, and I'm not putting him on the level, but they're the type of throws that Aaron Rodgers would make that absolutely infuriate you, that you say to yourself, how the fuck did this guy just complete that pass? So if the Packers do indeed have another high caliber, all pro level quarterback right now, I'm just going to say that this team has a permanent horseshoe implanted in their small intestines up their ass, because I've never seen anything like it. It's just a quarterback factory. If this pans out, because he certainly looks like one of the better quarterbacks in the entire league over the past month.
Dude, last night his pass completion percentage was unbelievable too.
And that was the issue. He was so low, his completion percentage the first month and a half of the season, but he's turned it around. You know, good franchises could develop guys. That's the bottom line.
We head over you.
I'm gonna sell DoorDash. I'm selling DoorDash this week.
Oh
wow.
Yeah, I got a big problem with DoorDash. Holly V's birthday was this past week.
Happy birthday,
happy birthday, babe.
Happy belated.
So obviously I'm a mobile pretty much. I haven't driven, but I ordered a pancake breakfast for her from this nice little cute little cafe spot. I ordered a banana walnut pancake, blueberry pancake, and chocolate chip pancake for the kids. Holly, myself, a nice pancake birthday breakfast. I order it the night before, 8:30 a.m. delivery. I get the email confirmations from the store. I get the DoorDash confirmation. 8:20 rolls around the next morning, 8:30. Now it's freezing cold in Jersey. I get a text message. I look at my phone just by chance. Your order has been left outside in the front. Okay, worst case scenario, I'm thinking the pancakes are going to be a little cold. I'm going to have to heat them up in a pan. I walk outside and I have the Ring doorbell footage of this. I pick up a bag that's the size of, I don't know, this coffee mug. It's a bag the size of a coffee mug. I ordered 3 orders of pancakes. It's 2 donuts from a completely different store. A completely different store in town. Not the same place. 2 single donuts. No address on the receipt. Nothing there. So now I'm cursing on the Ring doorbell. Holly showed me the video. It's actually hilarious. I'm like, these fucking motherfuckers.
Could be a post.
Do you have that footage, Mikey?
Yeah, I do.
Mikey, I would love if we could play that footage. If you give clearance to play that footage, I would love to see that.
I called DoorDash. Oh, we're going to have to put you in touch with a specialist, sir. Okay. I wait. The specialist gets on what's the story? I tell them the whole story. I go, I placed an order, and this was like a $50 order for these pancakes and the delivery and everything. I left a nice tip. Stupid of me. They go, well, we're gonna have to put you on hold and connect you to another specialist that handles these kind of disputes. So this is now going to be the 3rd person DoorDash is going to bump me to. I said, listen, just call the driver. They put me on hold for 5 minutes. Sir, we've attempted to contact the driver 10 times. We're not getting through to the driver. I'm just telling you, I don't know if it's just in general, but people just ain't doing their jobs these days. People just don't give a shit. People just don't do their jobs. There's no accountability. I said that person should be fired. I said it flat out. I said the person should be fired if they're not answering the phone. Their job is to answer the phone when the employer calls. They should be fired. They didn't check the address. So long story short, I did end up with the pancakes. I called the store directly. Now it's not their fault because the Dasher picked up the pancakes. They probably ate them themselves. I'm selling DoorDash. I'm very upset with DoorDash.
Joey D?
I don't think you can blame DoorDash for the mistakes of a single driver.
Oh, that's their employee. It's a direct representation of their company. Know who you're employing. That Dasher.
They can't control that somebody went rogue.
No.
By the way, there's a little tool on the DoorDash thing where you could just type in what happened and you don't even have to call anybody. They'll resolve it and then they'll give you free credit and you can replace the order.
I did get the money back. I got the money back.
Yeah, and then you probably got a free order from it too.
I didn't get a free order. I got my money back.
But no, what I'm saying is normally when that happens, you're not doing DoorDash right, man. You go into the little
That's
thing.
why I don't use these things, because this is nonsense. It's bullshit.
I'm telling you, this is as an avid DoorDash user.
Yeah.
When you put in the thing, they will reimburse you, and then they'll give you a free delivery on top of it too, like as a reimbursement for for the inconvenience.
I'll tell you this: if those were Joey D's pancakes, not only would you see a sell of DoorDash, he would have raised hell.
I'm loyal to DoorDash, man.
I went nuts, man. I went nuts on the phone. Like this, me telling the story now, days removed, is not doing it justice. I went insane.
We got to see the video.
I really look forward to seeing the video. What a great Q&A segment this has been.
Oh, whoa.
There we go.
Can you hear it?
Oh, this is great.
You gotta listen. Hold on.
This is going to be fantastic.
Oh, that bag is so small.
The bag is so small, bro. Wait, hold on. Fucking kidding me, you fucking idiot fucks, was what I said.
Yeah, look
Look at this bag. Look at this bag. 3 orders of pancakes. Look at this.
By the way, happy birthday, Holly V.
Yeah.
Happy birthday. Joey D's got his hand up. Joey D, go ahead.
I just was wondering, did you eat the donuts?
Good question.
Yeah, my daughter ate one of the donuts.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, there you go.
She sure did.
Yeah, there you go.
Chocolate frosted with sprinkle and a Boston cream.
That sounds sensational.
By the way, good, not from some Johnny Come Lately donut store either, like a fancy donut store.
Oh, that's a nice little cherry.
He's gonna do what I did to YouTube TV. He's gonna buy DoorDash next week.
Might have to.
I just you know what, DoorDash is better than Postmates, and it's better than Uber Eats. To me, it's the best delivery system. So I know they fucked up, but just
I'll give them another chance.
Give them another chance, Mikey. They have so many better options too than the other ones.
All right.
Something I just want to touch on really quickly. It was amazing. Before we go ahead and we get into our top 5, the Jets' impression of Tony Romo.
Oh my God!
Came out this week.
Was
that?
Well, he has no voice, Bob. So that's why it's also helping.
But he's a very good impressionist. Like low key, he could do.
He's good.
Was that not good, Mikey?
No, it was very good. It was very good. I wish I was there with him because I would have done Jim Nance next to him, and we could have went back and forward. We could have done a Nance Romo collab. Would have been good.
It was. I mean, that was such a funny fucking. I knew you'd appreciate that when I popped that up.
I loved it.
Yeah,
low key, him and Perez are really good at impressions.
Yeah, Perez now does a
he does a what?
He does Steve Harvey. He looks in the hole. He's like, somebody said strawberries.
Yeah,
it's so good. It's so funny, man.
It's amazing. If we could play Bone, if we could play the Jet Tony Romo clip.
Now we gotta see if he got the first down here, Jay. I don't know, Jim.
Pretty good.
Does it actually sound like it? Like it's like a bit though.
Yeah. One more time.
Now you'll see him reaching across here, Jim. Did he get it? I don't know, Jim. I don't know, Jim.
That is awesome.
He's like, did he get it?
Tony.
Really,
Jim Nance, Tony.
Really good. All right, fellas, it's time. Buy or sell. I gave today's buy or sell segment today. Not buy or sell. What the fuck? Oh,
what's wrong with you?
Jesus Christ. Today's top 5 is going to be, top 5 Italian dishes. Top 5 things that you can order at an Italian restaurant. Can't be appetizers. I think we all agree can't be appetizers. Got to be.
Oh, why not?
He said that. He did say that.
Yeah.
Okay, well, this is not an appetizer to me. I don't know, man. This is a staple dish.
We'll let Mikey start. I think he's ready to go.
Let's start. I just do want to get something from the committee here. Are we doing pizza?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, man.
See, I didn't think you could do.
That's fucking outrageous.
I didn't think.
Why is that outrageous? It's an Italian dish.
Man. I mean, pizza, if pizza's allowed, it's the number 1 probably. I mean, because it's so often that pizza, I don't know, man. I would vote to axe pizza.
I vote no.
I vote no also.
I
vote no. I'm sorry, Joe.
I do.
I'm sorry.
Pizza's not a dish.
If somebody says, what's your favorite Italian food? And you say, oh, you're not allowed to say pizza? Why is that?
Yeah.
But that's not the top 5. The top 5 is top 5 Italian dishes.
Meals.
Yeah,
I think
it's
a meal.
A pizza is a meal.
I think you got to stick to dish, Mikey.
Dish.
More on dish.
Yeah.
That is preposterous.
Now he will blame his top 5 on not being able to do.
I never even, Joe, I got to be 100% honest on my children. Pizza never even crossed my mind when he said top 5 dishes.
Well, should have.
I'm thinking like a dish, an order, not a pizza.
Okay.
You sit down at a restaurant, an Italian restaurant, you're not ordering a pizza, Joe. Unless you're going out specifically for a pizza, you're not ordering a pizza, in my opinion.
Joe, do you think pizza should be counted as a dish?
What do you count it as?
It's its own thing. It's its own animal.
What
do you mean it's
its
its
own lane?
Its own animal.
It's
All
not
right,
a
you guys
fish.
go first, and I gotta think something over
Mikey
here.
V.
I'll go first, and I have to say this because this is a meal, and people are going to say that it's not a meal. It is if you have it and it's done
If
the
you
right
say
way.
meatballs,
Not meatballs. It's not
Let him
meatballs.
roll.
It's pasta fagioli or pasta fazool, the soup. But this soup is not your everyday soup. This is not like you can have a bowl of this, a proper bowl of this, and continue to eat. This is a bowl of
I
macaroni.
got asked on pizza, and you're gonna go pasta fagioli.
Pasta fagioli, pasta fazool.
Hey, Bob, when
I
was the
got
last
into
time you
five.
went
I
out
got
for
into
a
five.
bowl of pasta fagioli
Mikey.
as an entree?
Mikey.
Yeah, absolutely.
Come on.
Absolutely.
Come
You
on.
have some gall, man. You have some gall.
Come
See, now,
on.
if you had
You asked pizza and you substitute pasta fagioli.
if you head down to Luna Woodfire Tavern, the official sponsor of the Brilliantly Dumb Show,
Correct.
their bowl of pasta fazool is the size of, it's like this big, and then you could get some blackened chicken thrown into it with the beans and the pasta. That is a meal. That's a meal with a loaf of bread on the side. That is a meal, guys.
You
That's
can't
a meal.
do that.
I'm telling
You,
telling you, dog.
Joseph, go ahead.
I think you let him keep it.
No.
Thank you, Joe.
Don't
Thank you.
think
That's two to
how
1. That's 2-1,
So
Bob.
now
You know
you're
what?
gonna have to put in pizza.
No, that's fine. You know why you let him keep it? Because that one dish is gonna bang his entire top 5.
Probably, but
This is
Now-
my true top 5. It is what it is.
But it's not a dish. But it's not a.
Yeah, it
dish.
is. It is.
It's a bowl. It's not a dish.
It's a yeah.
It
but
sounds like
it's
he's
a
ready to
dish.
go to war for this
It's a
one,
dish.
Bob. So just
I
let
am.
it go.
I am ready to go to war for
But
this.
just to preface it by the
So I think people will.
I know that's
I think people-
absurd.
I think people
It's like
will,
saying he posted 5 days ago when he posted 11 hours ago.
It's a subscriber exclusive post, Joe.
So is the pasta fagioli, apparently.
Yeah.
Hey, sign up to Mikey Beardown because he's a subscriber. We'll send you a fucking bowl of soup.
Free can of pasta faz on me.
All right.
Pasta Tuesdays.
Number 4.
Weekly second. Send me your pasta.
Fagioli Fridays, ladies and gentlemen. Number 4, give me linguine white clam sauce. I think linguine white clam sauce is a classic Italian dish.
Like a vongole.
Vongole. I've never seen anyone. I gotta be honest. If I see you order clam sauce red, that's a very bizarre play to me.
I agree.
Linguine white clam. Number 3, similar almost in terms of the sauce. Orecchiette broccoli rabe sausage. Orecchiette is like the suction cup little ear pastas with broccoli rabe
those are good.
sausage. That a lot of places make that. A lot of places make that now. I think it's become like a staple pasta for most Italian restaurants to have. I love that. 2, chicken parm. Chicken parm, if done correctly, linguine on the side, not spaghetti, because we're not 3 years old. Linguine is a grown-up pasta. Spaghetti is for children, in my opinion. Not a spaghetti guy. Chicken parm done well with a side of linguine, number 2. And then number 1 for me has to be Sunday gravy. Sunday gravy, the meat sauce, braciole meatball sausage over a heavy pasta like a rigatoni. Give me the Sunday gravy at number 1. A lot of places they'll market it as their special Sunday gravy. Some places do it with braciole, some places do it meatball, some places do it sausage, pork, whatever.
What kind of
Sunday
pasta?
gravy, rigatoni.
Yeah,
Heavy pasta
rigatoni
for
is solid.
Sunday gravy. Yep.
Okay. I think I got some. Joey, do you any issues there?
We'll keep him
It's not an issue with pasta fries. We know that.
I mean, it's
That's fine.
the sky blue, Bob. I don't know.
I might have a little bit of controversy in mind. I don't think it should be. I think I could get away with it, but I'm gonna do number 5, give me baked ziti. I'm gonna go baked ziti.
Oh, that's a solid.
Yeah,
Baked ziti is delicious.
I feel good about that. I got baked ziti at number 5. Number 4, I got fettuccine bolognese. Fettuccine bolognese.
There you go.
Fettuccine bolognese. I got fettuccine bolognese. By the way, even it's tagliatelle, anything really bolognese, I think is completely fine. Give me fettuccine
bolognese.
It's like I got the yips with it. I can't.
Bolognese. You don't have to pronounce the G. Bolognese.
Oh, okay,
No,
bolognese.
Bob, you know how you say mayonnaise? It's like
There you go.
bolognese.
Okay, that's good to know. Thank you, Joseph. Number 3.
That's good to know, he says. Fucking
We've
asshole.
only gone through it like 4 times.
Fucking asshole. That's good to know.
I got can I go on my list?
Yeah, but that was good.
Number 3. Number 3. Come on, man. Can I go on with my list?
Bob saying that's good to know was the ultimate shut the fuck up.
It's gonna actually help him out.
I wanted to get on with my list.
Yes, you did.
Number 3, I got lasagna.
I knew you were going lasagna at some point.
Yeah. You know what I really do love is spinach lasagna. I really like that. Yeah, I like when this lasagna is green sometimes, but I'm not going to put that. It's going to be regular lasagna at 3.
Better be.
Number 2, give me chicken parm at number 2. I also have that in my 2 slot, Mikey V.
Nice.
And then could be controversy here, but it is different. Give me veal parm at number 1. So give me chicken parm 2. Give me veal parm 1. If you could go with the veal parm, I think the veal's always better than the chicken.
Veal parm is the play. It's just a dangerous play because you don't know what kind. You don't know. I mean, if the place is great,
yeah,
you know their veal is good, then it's. But if you get a bad piece of veal, it's so gross. It's gross.
Any issues with that list, Joseph?
No issues at all. What did you think the issue was going to be?
I just thought the issue you guys have a problem with chicken and veal parm.
No.
Okay. All right, Joey D, send it away because now his list is chaos after the pizza take.
All right, pepperoni at 5, beef and cheese at 4. Pepperoni.
I'm going to start off with number 5. I'm going to go with a veal marsala. I think that this dish is delicious
great play.
when done well. It's not for everybody because a lot of people don't like mushrooms, but it's when it's pounded out and done with that veal white wine sauce, or the marsala white wine sauce, is delicious. Give me that at number 5. Number 4, I'm going to go with, I'm going to go with lasagna at number 4. I think a good homemade lasagna is tough to beat. It really is. It goes a long way. At number 3, I have veal osso buco. If you go to a restaurant and you get a good osso buco, man, it is so succulent and delicious. It's tough to beat. It really is.
Never say succulent ever.
Yeah, Joe, please axe that.
Never
I don't ever want to hear that ever.
What's wrong with the word succulent?
I don't know. Just something with you saying it just is like,
I don't ever want to hear you say that again. Respectfully. Never say that again. That
was good. That was good.
That gave me the willies. That was wow.
What are we, 5? What is the willies?
You know the willies?
That's what it sounds like. We're in grade school again. I've gotten thrown off. That was what my number 3. I did marsala, lasagna, osso buco,
succulent osso buco.
And then I'm gonna do chicken parm at 2.
Everybody's got chicken parm in the 2 hole.
I just think it's such a go-to, consistently well done dish. Dependent where you go, it's not a hard dish to make, and it hits every time. And at number one, I went back and forth, but this is obviously nostalgic to me. My Nona made this for me every like big festive, normally Easter and Christmas. She'd make her homemade ravioli, a homemade ravioli with a delicious. You could do pomodoro sauce or like a bolognese. I would do with the ravioli, because it's meat stuff, a beautiful pomodoro sauce with the homemade raviolis. If you get them right, it's just so hard to beat. That's got to be number 1 for me.
Might be any issues with the list?
No issues with the list. Only an issue with the adjectives describing.
It's a very succulent list.
Yes. Honorable mention.
Yep. Go ahead, Mikey.
Chicken franchise. Chicken franchise. I think a good franchise is hard to come by. Sometimes it's a little too yolky. Chicken franchise.
I love the chicken marsala play, Joe, but I'm going to go chicken piccata. But
I love a piccata, little capers.
Yeah,
very nice.
Veal marsala is not far away from that list either.
Piccata's a great call, lemon and capers. I love that.
Nobody did any fish.
No.
Yeah.
Joseph?
For mine, I think I'm going to go with like a well-made tortellini Alfredo. I think that's really good with the peas and then the parm in there. I think the prosciutto parm it's really, really solid dish.
I'll tell you this, fellas. I think we should strictly find any way we can to solely do morning pods. It really is just energy's high. It's a good show. I love you boys. I appreciate you boys. That has been another edition of the Brilliantly Dumb Show. Shout out our sponsor, Breezy Golf. Head on over to breezygolf.com. Shout out our sponsor, Luna Woodfire Tavern. Might be any other sponsors you want to throw in there.
Oh, we don't have time, Bob.
That has been all, ladies and gentlemen. Tune in another edition of the Brilliantly Dumb Show.